Alright guys, Ndindi Nyoro today has decided to break silence ever since the impeachment of the former deputy president Rigathi Gachagua. Ndindi Nyoro has been missing in action, and Kenyans have been asking where is he, or what prompted him to go silent. But today he has decided to break silence a few days after being ejected as the chair of the Budget Parliamentary Committee. A very warm welcome guys to my channel this afternoon, and if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos you will not miss out. So Ndindi Nyoro has been missing in action for some times now, but today he's decided to break the silence, and I'm going to play for you a video of what he said today shortly. But it is important to know that a week ago Ndindi Nyoro has come under accusation of misappropriation, not misappropriation per se, but misallocation of fund. It is alleged that when he was the budget and appropriation committee chair, he allocated a lot of money to his constituency at the expense of other constituencies, and the accusation that we are yet to hear him denying or confirming, but he just chose to remain mum. But today he has spoken, he has broken his silence since his ejection as the chair of Budget and Appropriation Committee. Let's watch the video.
Time to repeat whatever it is that I will have said before, or I'm saying now. I also want to thank you because you have been also very pivotal through the process that we have had in the position I occupied before, and I am really truly grateful. Just as a preamble, so that we are all on the same page, I live in Kenya, and therefore I know many things that are happening. I also talk to most of you because the work we do and the work you do are cross-cutting. Allow me, even before I say much, to first of all give you the reason why I called you here, so that our expectations can meet somewhere in the middle. I know there is what I want to say, but I also know there is what you want to hear. And that is the nature of the work we do, and that is the nature of your work. If you allow me today, I called you in this particular office because you have come here before, most of you, in terms of coverage of budget making process. And I called you specifically here because that is actually the agenda. The agenda is that there have been changes, and I felt convinced within myself that given the pivotal role the position held in the workings of our country, in the workings of our nation, in the workings of our various government agencies, development, and every other thing, and because whatever we were doing, I was also updating you regularly, I thought it was important that I call you the way I have done, so that the things we've been reading and the things we have been seeing, I can clarify a few of them and also give my voice on it. And therefore, without wanting to be diplomatic, I also know that is what you came for, because you knew if it was about politics, I would have called you somewhere else. And therefore, I'll only talk about that matter. And I also know that there are expectations of people on what we should say, when, and how. I get messages every day on what I should do and how I should do it. And it is not the appropriate time today for me to talk about those other things. And I am saying it in good faith because that is what we had planned to do. And I have only clarified because in the time I've been a politician, I know there is what you say, but there is also work to be done in terms of coverage. There is also what you may want to report. And that is given because that is the work of a media house. So I've clarified that so that I'll be open to a few questions afterwards. But I just highly request, I am here as a Kenyan. I speak when I want to speak. I know we have interacted in many forums. We know each other person's character in terms of where they need to invoke courage, where they need to invoke whatever they need to say. And I know for sure, I'm not shy to say anything that I feel I need to say. So whatever I may leave unsaid today is basically based on the fact that the reason I called you is the one I'll talk about. And as I start, I first of all want to be very grateful. Myself, personally, for the chance I have had to serve the Kenyan people in the position of the chairman of the Budget and Appropriations Committee in the National Assembly.
By breaking the silence and speaking out his mind, Ndindi Nyoro confirms that his friendship with President William Samoei Ruto could be headed apart, and in just a matter of days or weeks, he shall be out on the street speaking his mind independently apart from the UDA mind or apart from the UDA party ideologies. It is also important to note that at the end of this month or the beginning of next month, the president is embarking on the Central Kenya tour. So Ndindi Nyoro's statement today plays a very important role to the ground. I don't know if this is going to be felt when the president visits that particular region, because there has been accusations that when the Mount Kenya MPs have been ejected from those positions, they've been replaced with the MPs from elsewhere, from other regions of Kenya. Yes, before you sign out, if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just support my channel by hitting that subscription button and putting on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you will not miss out. Adios, have a lovely afternoon.